of Igbophobia too. Igbophobia is holding Obasanjo himself. Go and interview him. Igbophobia. He is among it because was he not among those people that actually annihilated Igbos at the axis of Umuahia and Port Harcourt during the war? When he was pretending and disguising himself as if he was a man going to farm to actually beat the intelligence of the Biafrans. When they caught him up at Umuahia, did he not escape death? He was the one that even hailing them when he visited them during the Joseph Kanu regime. That annually they are the strongest people. Umuahia are the strongest people in the life of Biafra. They started clapping. Umuahia people, they are very resilient. They nearly kill me. You know, he's a comedian. The guy can joke. Yes. So what I'm trying to say is that my brother, 100 years ago, 110 years ago, a group of British colonialists came together at the axis of Lokoja, Kogi State, and they built the structure of this country on this dilapidated platform. I don't really understand. Yes. Very, very frail, weak podium. Biafra foundation was not laid on a very strong structure. It was laid on a checky structure that is over frail, very weak. I thought about Nigerian structure. Yeah, Nigerian structure was not properly. Foundation was not properly structured, and it is affecting the economy. It is affecting the politics, socially, and otherwise, because it is not well planned. And if you can tell me any Nigerian man, any Nigerian tribe that was around, present at the axis of Lokoja when Nigeria was amalgamated, both north and south, and pronounced and called them Nigeria in 2014. Oga, there's nobody like that. Nobody. It was the British that did it. It was the British man. No Nigeria, no Yoruba, no Igbo was present to see how it was structured. So they did it to favor themselves, to favor the low mentality stricken north. That's why every day of our life we pay tithe to Fulani. Yes, each and every government that comes, Fulani is the highest. Fulani will be shouting, Nigeria is there, Nigeria. Look at Tinubu. Tinubu has become a Ram boy. When he is actually the president, he's answering sir to Fulani. He's answering sir to Emir. But maybe he's answering sir to Sultan of Sokoto. And maybe because they won't have voted for him. Because if you don't have the vote, no, it doesn't matter. Other votes couldn't have made. No. The people that voted for him. Yes. His people Yoruba voted for him. Yes. Igbos, some Igbos voted for him. Everybody voted for him. Yes. It shouldn't be like that. It is a democratic setup or dispensation. You have people that will back you. You have people that will not back you. Yes. I don't really understand. Yes. The Hausas, the Fulani, where they are going now is, they said, he appointed Yoruba. Then people begin to ask themselves, when Buhari was Nigerian president, how many Igbos did he appoint? How many Yoruba did he appoint? Was he not Fulani? Did anybody talk? We were just gazing at ourselves. We are just glancing on the front page of newspaper every day that Buhari had actually come out with over 96 appointments for the north. They are largely Fulanis, people from Fulani extraction. That's why sometimes ago DJ raised the alarm that Buhari has succeeded on what? Fulanizing Nigeria. What are we saying? Everybody there. Okay, now how many Yoruba was given the appointment that made the Hausas bending their neck, talking and shouting nonsense? See, it is the Britain that structured Nigeria that way to favor north. Do you agree with Burna Boy that Nigeria is like a British company? Yeah. Burna Boy said it. That's 100% correct, because Mama Achale, when Mama Achale was alive, Mama Achale manages here. Nothing concerned Philip, her husband, though. It was Mama Achale that was managing here. Was the queen? The queen, yes, Mama Charles. That's Queen Elizabeth. Yes. Then the Prime Minister of England is the what? Production manager. CEO is British, totally. Then the Prime Minister of Britain is the production manager. Because if anything want to go well, they must make sure that they ask Mama Achale to go and see. If anything want to go well, British is the one that has been disorganizing this country right from onset, and they are the one that laid that dilapidated foundation under this kind of podium or platform that is not strong politically and otherwise. I don't know what you understand.
Yes. So lastly, I'm letting you go. We're looking at the fact that 1999 constitution seems to be the problem of Nigeria. But then, what do you think? Should we go to restructuring through federalism? Or what the man is saying that it's time to renegotiate. What do you want to see at the negotiation table?
Renegotiation meaning editing Nigerian constitution. Renegotiation meaning
sit down and
reduce, yes, and write the constitution to favor everybody. Then renegotiation meaning editing that constitution in such a way that it will favor every Nigeria.
Yes.
Reducing the costs of governance in Nigeria.
Yes.
And clipping the wing of the executive, which has, made it look like God over us.
Yes.
A Nigerian president,
emancipation of Christians, and who can also empower a strong and more formidable militarily wise within the West African state that will checkmate, that will serve as a point, of contact for America and Israel in trying to make sure that the Christian kingdom, communities, nations within this space is protected. So Biafra has a major role to play in solidifying peace in Africa and in West Africa. So if on that note too, given what has happened in the past, where we were seeing a lot of things taking place, pointing towards a certain agenda. We know what happened. We know what the role Buhari played. How the supporter Biden came up with the issue of gay, and then at a point they became a threat to Igbos. Tinubu was part of it too. They were all in the same camp, with Obama, Biden, and those who were behind, trying to make sure that they push for legalization of abortion, legalization of lesbianism, legalization of homosexuality, all manner of vices. They were being thrown and targeted at Igbos as at that time. And the Igbos have continued to resist it with agitation. And that agitation, Biafra is the banner of peace. Biafra is the banner of faith. Biafra is the banner of justice. Biafra is the banner of liberty. Anywhere you are going around the world, once they see Biafra, it represents something. Where they will tell you that the banner of heaven is love. The banner over me is love. The banner of Biafra is the liberation of the black people in Africa. So, and the consciousness is, what matters most now is that how are we going to leverage on this victory and begin to work towards having a better support in terms of solidarity to full restoration, transforming it to an independent state of Biafra, the first Jewish black nation in Africa. That's what we are looking for, And I believe that one of the things that is giving me a source of encouragement is that on the 5th of November, a publication was carried out in the United States of America, precisely Washington, where American newspapers were publishing, stories about Biafra. And it amazes me, how did America come to achieve that on the day of the election? Most of the newspapers that circulated within Washington and its environs were all about, restoration of Biafra. Biafra marching to independence. Biafra agitation has got to momentum. Then I begin to wonder what is actually happening. It's a signal because at Kamala Harris camp, you find the Washington Independent as an official newspaper with Biafran stories on cover. You go to Donald Trump camp, the same thing is being repeated there. So what it tells you that the job Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did, as beginning to have a